I'm glad we made the trip.
He was holding the steering wheel with his left hand and my hand in his right. He lifted our hands together and kissed my knuckles. Me too. But I think we're definitely lost. I laid my head back against the headrest and laughed a little. I loved our drives together. However, this one was turning out to be longer than expected, and I really had to pee. We had come up north to visit his Aunt Mary and Uncle Joe. They had warned us before heading out to stay on paved roads and not wander too far into the bush.
People get lost all the time up there.
Eric and I, being the adventurous type, decided to take a left off the main road, unintentionally ignoring his aunt's warning. The turn led us onto a gravel road that gradually became just tire tracks snaking their way through the dense green forest. It was really beautiful and peaceful, the tall trees canopied above us so densely that not even the sunlight could shine through. We had a GPS and a 4x4 Jeep, so at first, the terrain wasn't an issue as we ventured deeper and deeper into the bush. We had been driving for hours, and it was starting to get darker as the sun began setting. The forest around us seemed to thin out a little. The GPS had stopped working a while ago. It couldn't pick up our location anymore, and our cell phones no longer had a signal. So much for calling for directions, I teased, looking down at my phone, which was blinking 12% battery. We were trying to find a spot to turn around when we hit something large, rocking the Jeep to a sudden stop. "What the hell was that?" I asked, letting go of Eric's hand and gripping my seat to steady myself from the impact.
I don't know, but I don't want to stick around to find out. That looks like a good spot to turn around.
He pointed to a small clearing just up ahead on our right. The sun had completely set, and we were relying on the headlights to guide us. But whatever we hit must have taken out one of the headlights, because it got a lot harder to make out the objects ahead.
Holy crap, it's really dark out here,
he said, squinting his eyes to focus on the road. I could tell Eric was starting to panic. We were truly lost and had no idea how to get back to the main road. Worst case scenario, we can always camp out here and wait for daylight, I said, in the most seductive voice I could muster, giving him a wink. He glanced over at me, but before he could respond, I felt the Jeep starting to slide. We were going downhill and picking up speed. Eric cursed, gripping the steering wheel as he fought for control. I squeezed my eyes shut and clung to my seat as we were tossed and jolted around. The Jeep plunged faster and faster until... Suddenly we stopped. It felt like we'd hit a brick wall. I heard glass shatter and felt shards hit my face, stinging as they tore through my skin. Then something big slammed into me, hard and fast. It was solid, but strangely soft at the same time. There was a deafening bang just before it hit me, snapping my head back against the headrest. My ears were ringing. Wetness dripped down my forehead. I could barely open my eyes. A cloud of dust hung in the air, kicked up by the airbag's deployment. I started coughing as I inhaled it. Eric. I pulled my hand away and saw the faint outline of blood in the dark. A strange metallic smell filled my nostrils, sharp and overwhelming. Beneath it was the faint, unmistakable scent of gasoline. We must have ruptured the gas tank. Eric! I called again, louder this time, no response. Eric! I screamed, my voice hoarse, coughing through the thick dust still hanging in the air.